We can see the outriders that shows us a sign that the special guest of honor, the reviewing officer, President Commander-in-Chief of the Armed Forces of the Federal Republic of Nigeria, is inching steadily towards the presidential saluting days. Please, we want to request our dignitaries to please, when we announce his arrival as he dismounts from the presidential limousine, wherever we are seated within the arena, we are all please expected to rise on our feet in absolute deference to his most exalted offices and his very distinguished persona, please. And when the national anthem is rendered, officers, warrant officers in uniform should please salute. It is a great ceremony this morning, the 61st Independence Anniversary, milestone, very significant milestone in the annals of the evolving history of our great nation, Nigeria. Arrival of the special guest of honor, reviewing officer, President Commander-in-Chief. We can see the display by the outriders. Shows practice that has been perfected. Very great occasion, the presidential parade holding at the Eagle Square, Abuja, commemorating the 61st independence anniversary of our great nation, Nigeria. We want to thank the Most High very, very specially for the clement weather. It's been raining cats and dogs these past days, these past weeks. But we give it all to the Most High God. Clement weather and journey mercies. Band, brief musical interlude while we respect the arrival of the special guest of honor, please. Band. We can see the mounted troops who've come into the arena, and of course, the limousine conveying the special guest of honor is now being sandwiched by the bagpipers, inching steadily towards the saluting days. Please, once again, when we announce his arrival, with all due respect and a very deep sense of reverence, we're all please expected to rise wherever we're seated, please. Please, we plead. The office is highly, highly, highly revered, highly elated. Please, we thank you. And this is announcing the arrival of the special guest of honor, Reviewing Officer, President Commander-in-Chief of the Armed Forces of the Federal Republic of Nigeria, His Excellency Muhammadu Buhari, GCFR, just been received there by the Commander Guards Brigade. He proceeds to exchange presidential pleasantries with the dignitaries on parade, the Vice President, the distinguished Senate President, Right Honorable Speaker of the House of Representatives, His Lordship the Chief Justice, the Honorable Minister of Defense, Honorable Minister of the Federal Capital Territory, the Chief of Defense Staff, Chief of Army Staff, Chief of the Naval Staff, Chief of Air Staff, and bringing up the rear, the Inspector General of Police. Please, may we all rise wherever we are seated, please, in deference to his exalted of his place. Thank you. We also want to recognize the presence in the midst. May we please rise, please, for the national salute. Please, officers, warrant officers in uniform to please salute, please. Thank you. Dignitaries, may please take your seats. Thank you. The national anthem that heralded the arrival of the special guest of honor, the Reviewing Officer, President Commander-in-Chief of the Armed Forces of the Federal Republic of Nigeria, His Excellency Muhammadu Buhari, Grand Commander of the Order of the Federal Republic over, the Parade Commander, Lieutenant Colonel Salim Yusuf Hassan, now marches towards the presidential days to give the essence of today's ceremony to Mr. President, the officers and guards on parade, and to very, very diligently and very courteously request Mr. President to inspect the officers and guards on parade. We're going to see that shortly. Thank you. The parade commander there, Lieutenant Colonel Hassan, who doubles as the commanding officer 7th Guards Battalion, has given the essence of today's ceremony to Mr. President and has very courteously and diligently requested Mr. President to inspect the officers and guards on parade. His Excellency, Mr. President will be accompanied on this inspection by the Commander Guard Brigade, Brigadier General Mohammed Takuti Usman. the special guest of honor embarks on this inspection of the officers and guards on parade, we want to take a look at the resume of the special guest of honor. The special guest of honor and reviewing officer for this historic 61st Independence Anniversary Parade, His Excellency President Muhammadu Buhari, was born on 17th December 1942 in Daura, Katsina State. He had his early education in Katsina before joining the Nigerian Army as an officer cadet in October 1963. He had his military training in Kaduna, Nigeria, Great Britain, India, and the United States of America. In the course of his meritorious military and political career, he held appointments as a commissioned officer at the various levels and saw action during the 30-month civil strife that engulfed our great nation Nigeria between 1967 and 1970, and at the declaration of armistice, there was no victor, no vanquished. He was later appointed military governor of Northeastern State, now Borno State, in 1975. He also served as a federal commissioner for petroleum resources in 1976. The reviewing officer was appointed military secretary, Supreme Military Headquarters in 1977, chairman, Nigeria National Petroleum Corporation, NNPC, in 1978, head of state, commander-in-chief of the Armed Forces, Federal Republic of Nigeria, from December 1983 to August 1985. The special guest of honor had undergone so many military career trainings, amongst which, but not limited to Nigeria Military Training College, NMTC, Kaduna, Nigeria, 1963, Officers Cadet School, Aldershot, United Kingdom, October 1963, Platoon Commanders Course, Nigeria Military College, Kaduna, Nigeria, 1964, Mechanical Transport Officers Course, Army Mechanical Transport School, Golden, United Kingdom, 1965, Defense Services Staff College, Wellington, India, 1973, and the United States Army War College between 1979 and 1980, amongst others. After a successful military career in the Armed Forces of Nigeria, he was appointed Executive Chairman, Petroleum Trust Fund, PTF, from 1995 to 1999. In 2003, he ran for the office of the President and Commander-in-Chief of the Armed Forces. He could not make it. On the 3rd, he contested again in two more presidential elections in 2007 and 2011. As a man of determination, driven by his commitment to serve this great nation, Nigeria, he contested again in the 2015 presidential election, where he emerged victorious and was inaugurated as a democratically elected president on 29th May 2015. After a successful 4-year tenure in office, President Muhammadu Buhari was re-elected for a second tenure in office on 23rd February 2019. Today, he is here as a special guest of honor and the reviewing officer of this historic 61st Independence Anniversary Parade of our great nation, Nigeria. That's the end of the very brief resume of Mr. President. Your Excellencies, distinguished invited guests, ladies and gentlemen, it is instructive to take a closer look at the articulation of His Excellency, the Vice President, Professor Yemi Osinbajo, SAN, GCON, at the National Ecumenical Center, Abuja, where the 61st Independence Anniversary Interdenominational Church Service was held. The Vice President had observed that notwithstanding the security, socio-economic, religious, and ethnic challenges, the collective vision of a united, peaceful, and prosperous Nigeria still abides. The event, which coincided with the 45th anniversary service of the Christian Association of Nigeria, CAN, was tagged "Together, Come Let Us Build." The Vice President observed, and quote, "We we have since become the most educated and most entrepreneurial nation in Africa. 10 of our 36 states have larger economies than at least 15 African countries. From our ranks, we have the most accomplished men and women in the arts, in the sciences, in sports, in technology and commerce. End of quote. The Vice President noted that our nation's current trials cannot draw the curtains on our story because the vision is for an appointed time and because the country is greater than the sum of its mistakes and because the God we serve is greater than the sum of our collective hopes and imaginations. Our nation will surmount our current travails and emerge in victory. Continuing, Professor Yemi Oshinyabo observed that 61 years ago, our founding fathers laid out a vision that the many nations and ethnicities north and south of the Niger, 300 languages or more, differing tribes and religions would, by the grace of God, become one nation. The Vice President was emphatic when he noted that the Lord blessed the vision and prospered the land with richness in oil, in gas, in minerals of every hue. The Vice President expressed concerns that the nation's path has been dogged by conflict, religious and ethnic, economic challenges, insurgencies, and banditry. The end of the excerpt from the Vice President's delivery. Now, there's no doubt there are many rivers to cross the nation building. What cannot be compromised at any point in seat, please. If the caller has passed your sitting position, please. We sincerely appreciate your excellency. Thank you very, very much. We appreciate. We are highly honored. Thank you very much. Thank you. We were looking at the resume of the officers, the guard and sub-guard commanders. We stopped at number 4. Number 5 guard now is commanded by squadron leader Asabe Rabiu Alhazan. She was born on 13th March 1993 and hails from Zamfara State. She was admitted into the Nigerian Defense Academy on 24th September 2013 as a member of the 65th regular course and was commissioned into the Nigerian Air Force on 13th August 2018. Flight Lieutenant Squadron Leader Alhazan holds a BSc degree in Political Science and Defense Studies. The officer is married. Hobbies are swimming and singing. The sub-guard commanders are Flight Lieutenant Crystal Chidima Odili. She was born on 29th July 1989. She is a member of Direction Service Course 28. The officer is single and at her leisure, she relishes playing basketball and chess. Flight Lieutenant Gift Chiamaka Edebehi was born on 11 December 1993. He is a member of the Direction Service Course 28. The officer is single and her hobby is playing volleyball. Bringing up the rear is the guard of number 6 guard of the Nigeria Police. It is commanded by Superintendent of Police Abdullahi Abrahman Bakura. He was born on 28th of October 1995. He is a member of the first course of the Nigeria Police Academy, Udil, Kaduna State, and was commissioned on the 20th of December 2018. The officer is married and his hobbies are skating and football. The sub-guard commanders are Deputy Superintendent of Police Albasu Ibrahim Bashir. Was born on 4th of December 1996 and is a member of the 3rd regular course of the Nigerian Police Academy. He also has a Bachelor of Arts degree in History and International Studies. Single and loves to read at his leisure. The opposite guard commander is Deputy Superintendent of Police Magaji Adil Esse. He was born on 5th of August 1996 and hails from Nasarawa State. He is a member of the 3rd regular course from the Nigerian Police Academy and was commissioned June 2021. He also is single and loves reading and sports. The mass band on parade, we have Major Michael Ayobami Teriola. Was born on 12 May 1979. He hails from Abuja, Ogun State. He was commissioned into the Nigerian Army as a member of Direct Regular Corps 16 and was posted to the Nigerian Army Band Corps. He holds a higher national diploma in music from the Polytechnic Ibadan, Oyo State, 2005, and a postgraduate in management from the Nigerian Defense Academy in 2019. The officer is married and his hobbies are farming and playing squash. He is assisted by squadron leader Amos Adeyinka Oludude, who was born on 4th of May 1982. He hails from Oyo State, married and loves long distance driving and jogging at his leisure. And Deputy Superintendent of Police Abdul Razak Mohammed of the Nigerian Police, who was born on the 9th of July 1967. He hails from Kwara State, married, and his hobbies are music, naturally, and reading. Very shortly, Your Excellencies, distinguished invited guests, ladies and gentlemen, the officers and guards on parade will break from slow march to quick time. It's one of the exciting moments in a parade of this magnitude. The breaking from slow to quick time. The next will be the individual guard halting, and of course the next will be the advancing in review order. We're going to witness them as the parade progresses. Shortly, we're going to witness the breaking from slow march to quick time. There they go. A round of applause, please. Synchronization of the rhythm meeting for the band, the parade, and of course the foot and arms drill of the officers and guards. Very excellently executed there. in deference to the colors on parade, we have to rise momentarily as the colors pass by your sitting position. Officers, warrant officers in uniform, please salute. At this juncture, we want to take a quick look at the significance of 21 gun salute in a parade of this magnitude. Your Excellencies, senior officers, distinguished invited guests, ladies and gentlemen, as we sit back and enjoy the unique parade by these amazing officers and men, permit me to acquaint one and all with the significance of 21 gun salute, which is part of the activities lined up for today's ceremony. Now, gun salute is a form of saluting. Saluting is a military tradition used to accord respect or honor to dignitaries. Generally, saluting is done using hand, sword, colors, small arms, and firing artillery guns. Salute by gun salute. Please, may we rise, please, with all due respect, in very due sense of reverence, please. Please. It has passed the... You can sit down, please. Thank you. We appreciate. We appreciate most sincerely. So gun salute is a form of saluting. Saluting is a military tradition used to accord respect or honor the dignitaries. Generally, saluting is done using hand, sword, colors, small arms, and firing of artillery guns. Salute by gunfire is an ancient ceremony which originated in the 17th century and involves the use of artillery guns to fire ammunition, using blanks to welcome important dignitaries or commemorate an anniversary. Traditionally, gun salutes are presented to honor or welcome a foreign president or head of state on a state visit. It is also used to cover royal birthdays, marking of public holidays and independence anniversary celebration. Others include Ascension Day, state funeral of a late president. In Nigeria, gun salute is provided during Armed Forces Remembrance Day celebration, inauguration parade, independence anniversary, and in honor of visiting presidents. Today, we shall be witnessing the firing of the 21 salute to signify the great respect and unflinching loyalty that the Nigerian Armed Forces and the Nigerian Police have for the exalted office and personage of His Excellency, the President Commander-in-Chief of the Armed Forces, the Federal Republic of Nigeria, His Excellency President Muhammadu Buhari, GCFR. May I request, okay, thank you. Please, the gun salute that will take place along the line as this ceremony progresses is part of this ceremony. Please, no panicking, no fear, it's part of this ceremony, please. Thank you. Shortly, we're going to witness the individual guard halting, synchronized. Excellent. A round of applause, please. Individual guard halt in there. Properly synchronized. Your Excellency, the Special Guest of Honor, Reviewing Officer, President Commander-in-Chief of the Armed Forces of the Federal Republic of Nigeria, His Excellency Muhammadu Buhari, GCFR, all protocols most respectfully and very diligently observed. Next will be the march past by the guards of the paramilitary organizations and agencies. We're going to see that shortly. The parade is comprehensive. Officers and men of the Nigerian Armed Forces, the Nigerian Police, and the paramilitary organizations and agencies cut across our great nation, Nigeria. Now, leading the guards of the paramilitary organizations and agencies is the guard of the correctional service. It used to be known as the Nigerian prisons. Guard is commanded by Superintendent of Corrections, Eta Efole Edet. He was born on the 27th of July, 1968. He was enlisted into the service on the 1st of June, 1989. He hails from Cross River State and holds a BSc degree in accounting from the University of Abuja. He is married with kids. The guard is followed by the Nigerian Customs Service, commanded by Deputy Superintendent of Customs, N.M. Haruna. He hails from Bauchi State. He was commissioned into the Nigerian Customs Service in 2015. A graduate of criminology from the Abuja Balewa University, Bauchi. He is married with kids and his hobbies are watching movies and sports. The guard is followed by that of the Nigeria Immigration Service. It's commanded by Deputy Superintendent Adewoye Alade. Was born on 4th of September 1977. He hails from Ondo State. Was commissioned in 2007. He has a master's in cyber security from National State University. He is married and his hobbies are reading and playing basketball when time permits. That is followed by the guard of the Federal Fire Service, commanded by ASF Durugo Okechukwu Chukwudi. He hails from Imo State. He was commissioned into the Federal Fire Service in 2019. Studied agricultural extension from the University of Port Harcourt. He's married and his hobbies are singing, sports, and teaching. That guard is followed by the guard of the Federal Road Safety Corps, commanded by Deputy Route Commander Hazan Kogi. He was born on the 25th of May, 1973 and hails from Abuja. He graduated from National State University with a Bachelor of Education in Social Studies. He is married and his hobbies are drills, teaching and reading when time permits. The guard followed by that of the Nigerian Security and Civil Defense Corps. Assistant Superintendent of Corps 1, DC Amadi, leads this guard. He hails from Imo State. He has a Bachelor of Science in Public Administration from the Federal University of Technology, Owerri, Imo State. He was commissioned in 2003. Amadi is married and his hobbies are reading and playing football when time permits. This guard is followed by the guard of patriotic Nigerians. Unblemished, they answered the clarion call when the services were needed. Some of them took part in World War I and II, the continental campaigns across the African continent, the sub-regional campaigns culminating on the 30-month civil strife that engulfed our great nation Nigeria between 1967 and 1970, and at the declaration of armistice, there was no victor, no vanquished. Today, some of the living ones, the providentially living ones are here on parade. The Nigerian Legion, commanded by Colonel Otuboike Oga Bashua. He was born on 11th of August, 1954. He hails from Cross River State. He was enlisted into the Nigerian Army on the 30th of September 1968 and was posted to the Nigerian Army Intelligence Corps and served in 3 Division Nigerian Army. He is married, blessed with kids. This is followed by organized labor. First is the Nigerian Labour Congress, commanded by Comrade Hazan Haruna. He hails from Nasarawa State. He has a master's degree in public administration from Nasarawa State University. Comrade Haruna is married. Followed by the Trade Union Congress led by Okudili Christy Chidima. Hails from Imo State. Studied human resources management from Central University, Ghana. Watching movies as a hobby. Bringing up the rear is the command of the National Youth Service Corps, commanded by Momo Joshua. She hails from Edo State, studied banking and finance from Federal Polytechnic Bida, Niger State. Single and loves traveling and football as hobbies. The resume of the paramilitary organizations and agencies taking part in this epoch-making ceremony of the 61st Independence Anniversary. At this juncture, Your Excellency, the special guest of honor, Your Excellencies, distinguished invited guests, ladies and gentlemen, the microphone swings over to my co-announcer at the announcer's box, Captain Haruna Timothy Tagwai. Captain Tagwai, please. Thank you.
Thank you, Major Paul Abara, retired. Your Excellencies, most distinguished invited guests, ladies and gentlemen, it's been an array of events unfolding here at the Eagle Square, Abuja, Nigeria, venue for the 61st Independence Day anniversary of our great nation, Nigeria. Shortly, Your Excellencies, we shall be witnessing the halting by the various security agencies and organizations. Beautiful. A round of applause for this wonderful march past we just witnessed by the security agencies and organizations. Thank you. Your Excellencies, most distinguished invited guests, ladies and gentlemen, next on our program will be the Armed Forces Color Patrol. Your Excellencies, there we can see the full complement of regimentation. From the left of the state box, the national color, closely followed is the Army regimental color, the naval color, and then the Air Force colors on parade. Your Excellencies, most distinguished invited guests, ladies and gentlemen, the 4 beats from the bass drum signified the commencement of the Armed Forces Color Patrol. It will interest our dignitaries to know that the origin of Color Patrol in Nigeria could be traced back to an ancient military ceremony in the British Empire, that is, the trooping of colors and mounting of the Queen's Guard. These ceremonies date back to the early 18th century, when the guards and sentries for the royal palaces and other important buildings in the capital were mounted daily on the parade ground. The essence of the parade was for the colors of the battalion to be carried or trooped slowly down the ranks so that they could be seen and recognized by the soldiers. As the colors all looked different depending on the colors and symbols of each regiment. In ancient armies, colors were also used so that soldiers could easily spot their units when they were on the battlefield, because it was quite easy to get lost in battle. As a result of this, it was important that soldiers knew which colors belonged to which regiment. Your Excellencies, most distinguished invited guests, ladies and gentlemen, shall we please rise momentarily as the colors pay their respect. Shall we please rise as the colors pay their respect? Thank you very much, dignitaries. You may please take your seats. Your Excellencies, most distinguished invited guests, ladies and gentlemen, still on the Armed Forces Color Patrol. In Nigeria, however, it is an established military tradition that on the receipt of new colors, such colors must be formally presented by the receiving regiment or military establishment to the incumbent or sitting president, Commander-in-Chief of the Armed Forces of the Federal Republic of Nigeria, before the colors can appear on parade. Colors are also presented or marched on parade during national or military events. Color patrol, Your Excellencies, most distinguished invited guests, is often done by Guards Brigade during weekly change of guards parade at the Presidential Villa and also at the National Arcade. As earlier mentioned, Your Excellencies, the colors are being carried by commissioned officers known as ensigns to the colors. A quote from General Thomas Sims dating back to 1776 from the Military Guide for Young Officers. The ensign should consider the trust and confidence reposed in him, and when he has the honor of carrying the colors in action, rather resolve to die than lose them. For courage is admired and cowardice detested. Please, a round of applause for the Armed Forces Color Patrol we just witnessed. Thank you. Your Excellencies, most distinguished invited guests, senior officers both serving and deservedly retired, ladies and gentlemen, what we just witnessed was the Armed Forces Color Patrol. It's been an array of exciting events unfolding here at the Eagle Square, Abuja, Nigeria venue for the 61st Independence Day anniversary of our great nation, Nigeria. Shortly, Your Excellencies, the Color Party will exit the arena of display for the next event, which will be the performance by the Guards Brigade. Your Excellencies, most distinguished invited guests, ladies and gentlemen, what we just witnessed was the guards separating into two to pave way for the next event, which, as I earlier mentioned, will be the performance by the Guards Brigade Silent Drill Platoon. And there we go, Your Excellencies, making their entrance into the arena is the Guards Brigade Silent Drill Platoon. On Excellencies, shall be witnessing different sequences of missions and excitement. Moment, Excellencies, we will have the Acrobatic mission Untitled. they change from one movement to the other, gripping firm to their rifle between their legs as they remove the bayonet, taking it back from the socket, sequentially being done, all going exactly what to do at every given point in time. Your Excellencies, please a round of applause for this wonderful sequential flow by the silent drill platoon. Thank you. I'm sure all of us at home are having a delightful moment being part of this event as they witness from their television sets. Compliments having been there as part of the sequential flow. Of their rifles, gripping them down, holding the butts of the rifle. Stepping down to Your Excellencies, most distinguished invited guests, ladies and gentlemen, our fire participants from the silent drill platoon, where we shall witness the stripping and assembling of the fabric national rifle blindfolded. The participants will blindfold themselves and use their professional instincts to strip the rifle where they will arrange the parts accordingly. The first part that goes out usually is the last part that goes in during assembling of the weapon. And at the rear, Your Excellencies, we have the rest of their colleagues on reverse arms, calling on the spirits of colleagues, comrades that have paid the solemn price in the cause of the sojourn of this work of arms, with their heads bowed, solemn moment, usually known as the Armed Forces Remembrance Day, remembered every January 15th in our great nation, Nigeria. And that is the condition the participants at the rear just adopted. Bringing in front, Your Excellencies, most distinguished invited guests. At the moment, the 5 participants are blindfolding themselves, where shortly we shall witness the stripping of the weapon. It is one of the routines in military units and formations where it is integral for the weapon to be stripped, cleaned properly before being assembled. And there we go, Your Excellency, under timing, the stripping of the weapon is being done there where the parts must be arranged properly. Yes, the first 3 participants up, the 4th up. A round of applause for this speed of display that was just showcased there, being done in 7.2 seconds. The stripping of the weapon as the platoon commander, Lieutenant Hamza, inspects to be sure that the parts have been arranged sequentially and properly. It is very integral for the parts to be arranged correctly because during assembling of the weapons, the soldier will use his professional instinct to be able to locate the part to fix it back into the frame of the rifle. Your Excellencies, we shall be witnessing that shortly. And there we go, Your Excellencies, the assembling of the Fabric National blindfolded. All they do is to locate the parts and fix them properly into the frame of the rifle. Once, if any part is being fixed wrongly, the the weapon will not be serviceable. The weapon will not be used. And there we go. Concluding parts for some. We have one of the participants, 2 up, 3 more remaining. Speed is of essence. 4 participants up. A round of applause for this display by the participants. Having been done in 8.7 seconds, the assembling of the weapon. While we have the rest of their colleagues on reverse arms with their heads bowed at the rear. As I earlier mentioned, Your Excellencies, a formation of a solemn moment being remembered as the Armed Forces Remembrance Day every January 15th in our great nation, Nigeria. And that is the formation we have the silent drill platoon adopting at the moment. It has been exciting events unfolding here at the Eagle Square, Abuja, where it began with the march past by the armed forces and the Nigeria police, and dovetailed also to the march past by the security agencies and organizations. And we earlier had the armed forces color patrol, and at the moment, Your Excellencies, the performance by the silent drill platoon guards brigade Nigerian Army. Your Excellencies, most distinguished invited guests, senior officers who serve and deserve retired, captains of industries, members of the diplomatic corps, Your Royal Highnesses, ladies and gentlemen, we've been witnessing different commissions by the silent drill platoon as they pay compliments in preparation to exit the arena of display after a wonderful performance, all in commemoration of the 61st Independence Day anniversary of our great nation, Nigeria. Your Excellencies, please another resounding round of applause for the silent drill platoon as they exit the arena of display after a wonderful performance. Thank you. Your Excellencies, most distinguished invited guests, ladies and gentlemen, with the performance we just witnessed by the silent drill platoon, shortly, Your Excellencies, we shall be witnessing yet another exciting one by the acrobatics group. Promises to be very exciting and explosive as shortly they will make their entrance into the arena. Your Excellencies, happy viewing. And there we go, Your Excellencies, excitement as they make their entrance with the flag of our great nation, Nigeria, being flown high sky. We shall be witnessing an array of national dances by various cultural groups. We can see as they set up with their massive drums to showcase the rich cultural heritage of our great nation, Nigeria. The performances we shall be witnessing by the Adila Acrobatics Group is that of the storyline of a village, where we can see the celebration of unity, of oneness, bountiful harvest after they've gotten in the village, and at the moment what we're witnessing is the dance of excitement as they make entrance. We can see them with their pistols and mortars pounding what we have in our great nation Nigeria as part of the various cultural heritage that we are made up of. You can see farming implements also being showcased there. A combination of great cultural heritage representing the 6 geopolitical zones of our great nation Nigeria. Yes, Your Excellencies, at the moment what we can see is the painting of the coat of arms. Yes, a round of applause for this entry performance as we have the fire raisers making their entrance.
Nigeria. 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 Today we will honor and celebrate our past.
The painting of unity of the coat of arms being done there at the center.
Sing and dance and paint the country great. Our diversity ignites the world.
Great cultural heritage being showcased here.
Our culture knows no bounds. We will continue to triumph in the face of adversity. Today we will redeem our pledge in unity and faith, peace and progress.
Peace and progress, unity and oneness. Beautiful. A round of applause for this performance we just witnessed. More exciting performances will be showcased here in this arena. A combination of cultural heritage as well as contemporary entertainment. All in celebration of the 61st Independence Day anniversary of our great nation Nigeria. The dances of unity of multiple colors being showcased there. As Your Excellencies, we have 6 cultural groups that just made their entrance to represent the different cultures we have in our great nation Nigeria. From the left of the stage, Your Excellencies, we have the Igbo cultural group representing the southeast, followed by the ethnic dancers representing the south-south. Viking dancers, Your Excellencies, distinguished attendees. We also represent the north-central. Hausa, Fulani dancers represent the north, while the Yoruba dancers represent the southwest. We shall still witness all the performances, the various cultural groups. sure our viewers at home are having a delightful moment, as well as all in this arena to be part of this historic occasion. We can see the art of flexibility being showcased here. If you would like to state here for our children at home and here in the arena, please do not try this at home if you are not trained to do this. Yes, Your Excellencies, the rich cultural heritage of our great nation Nigeria making their entrance, celebrating our country at 61. As I earlier mentioned, Your Excellencies, from the left of the state box, we have the Igbo cultural group representing the Southeast, while Your Excellency, closely followed is the ethnic dancers representing the South-South. At the center, Your Excellencies, we have the Ragi dancers representing the North Central. Closely followed is the Hausa Fulani dancers representing the North. And finally, the Yoruba dancers representing the Southwest. Rich cultural heritage of our great nation Nigeria. No farming activities, mining, living law. Nigeria is truly blessed. Our culture, our heritage. Shortly, Your Excellencies, we shall have a transition from the cultural dancers to yet another contemporary entertainment. Here we go, Your Excellencies. Having entertainment, all of the first for our great nation Nigeria. And there we go, a transition. Here we can see the flag of our nation flown so high with the transition of this entertaining performance. Please, a round of applause for this entertainment, and we're witnessing lovely performance by the Adila Acrobatics. Yes, Your Excellencies, with the entertainment, we just witnessed a disruption fire breathers. Masquerade display. We have the juggler trying to get his balance at the center. Entertaining and exciting on this historic occasion. A mixture of cultural heritage, cultural display, and contemporary entertainment being showcased here in the Eagle Square, Abuja, Nigeria. Please, a round of applause for that balance that we can see by the juggler. Thank you. Yes, Your Excellency, making their entrance is the Atilogo dancers, known for their agility. Shortly, we shall be witnessing unique display of dances. There we have them. While those dressed in the unique colors of our great nation, Nigeria, green, white, flexibility being showcased there. They are two dancers. Cultural heritage of our great nation, Nigeria, being showcased here today. Beautiful. A round of applause for this show of display of flexibility. Yes, Your Excellencies, the Atilogo dancers trying to yield the torque. We can see trying to balance themselves on each other. And there we go, a round of applause for this beautiful display that we're witnessing. Thank you. Entertaining, exciting, rich cultural heritage of our great nation, Nigeria, showcased here on this historic occasion, the 61st Independence Day anniversary of our great nation, Nigeria. celebration of life, of unity, of oneness. Entertaining and exciting, a combination of cultural heritage, contemporary entertainment. Yes, Your Excellencies, concluding moments. Here we go. Unity, oneness, great nation Nigeria. Beautiful performance there. Lovely. Your Excellencies, please another resounding round of applause as they exit the arena of display after a wonderful performance. Thank you. Your Excellencies, most distinguished invited guests, senior officers, both serving and deserving retired, captains of industries, members of the diplomatic corps, your royal highnesses, ladies and gentlemen, with the performance by the Adila Acrobatics Group, next is the climax of all performances, a combination of the mass band in conjunction with the silent drill platoon and the cultural troops. Here we go, Your Excellencies, making their entrance for yet another exciting performance. Your Excellencies, happy viewing. Melody being rendered there, titled The Departure. It was written by Dan Mochi in 1976. And at the moment, Your Excellencies, we have the mass band in conjunction with the silent drill platoon, where they will be forming a formation that we shall soon be witnessing. It is very symbolic because it is constitutional for the defense of the territorial integrity of our great nation Nigeria, and here we have the formation by the armed forces and the Nigerian police, where from an aerial perspective we would like to urge our dignitaries closely seated to the screens in this arena to take a gaze at the screens to be able to see the formation that we shall soon be having by the mass band and the silent drill platoon. And there we go, Your Excellencies, the formed map of our great nation Nigeria. Please a round of applause for this formation that we have. As shortly, Your Excellencies, we shall be having a fusion of cultural heritage come into the formed map to showcase yet another exciting performance. Your Excellencies, most distinguished